Mwe. Do you know how Ugandan girls women? Also, have you noticed Ugandan women do the same things, yeah? But in secret. So you wonder if they actually go to the same Senga. If you can wrap your head around this, Kaboozi, just listen. You see, men misread women. You can go to a supermarket and this nice cashier will smile at you and be very nice and you'll assume she has fallen in love with you. Or a man will call customer care and when a lady with a very nice voice is nice to him, he'll even start cornering her thinking that she has fallen for him. Guys, grow up. Let me show you our trick so that you can know when a Kampala girl wants you. The first trick is called the sing song. You see, when I was in Form 3, I had a crush on this guy. Oh! So every time I sat close to him, I'd start singing. I need you. Will you marry me, marry me? I want you. This guy never responded. And I would even sing, I'm your lady. Still, actually, this guy would just look at me like I'm a goat that is trying to talk. After a year of all this madness, I got very pissed. And then I sang If That Boy Don't Love You By Now by Sierra. Guess what? The guy still didn't take a hint. How can someone be that slow? But first, say hello to my sponsor, Dilstories Film Studio. Now, if you have a podcast or a documentary or you are a film producer looking for a location to shoot, just come to the first and only film studio in Kampala. Any set that you want, they will build it for you. Whether it's a living room or bedroom or office. If you have a scene where a woman is suing a man for failing to fall in love with her, they'll do it for you. Or if you have a scene where a man is being sued for cornering another woman for her, they'll still do it, and they do it at very affordable prices. The second trick is called the Panty Flash. Now, this one is very common with girls in the village. You see, when a girl wants you, she'll flash her panty for you. Just imagine a girl going to fetch water with a jerrycan on her head. Then when she sees a man she likes, she'll drop the jerrycan and then bend over and do that cut trick with her dress where it goes up and the knicker is shown. Now, village boys know that trick. So when they see it, they know what to do. But Kampala boys, those ones are very slow. You see, one time we had a maid from the village. She was staying in our boys' quarters. Now, my brother's bedroom directly faced it. So one day I was in his bedroom chilling, and this girl was seated on the veranda. Now, she didn't know that I was in the bedroom because she couldn't see me until the curtains. Now, she watched the bedroom window closely, like a cat waiting for a mouse, and as soon as my brother looked outside, she spread her legs to expose her knicker. I remember I saw it. It was black with green dots. Now, she kept her legs open only for a moment and then closed them very quickly, that if you had blinked, would never have noticed. Now, my brother, very puzzled, asked me, Unaye, Vanangi, why is this chick doing all of that? Is she trying to show me that she has only one knicker or what? I mean, she has been wearing that same knicker since the week began. Now, I didn't know what to laugh at. My brother, who was clearly being very slow, or this babe that was wearing the same knicker for a whole week. He even told me, why don't you just donate one of your knickers to her so that she can have very many to wear? Kati, when I was at campus, I tried this trick on a boy. I wanted him to break my virginity. So I went to his hostel and I told him, there is this lady who sells panties online. So she has sent me these to try on and see which ones I like. Do you want to help me? He's like, yeah, of course. So I started wearing the panties one by one. I wore one and modeled around. It was just the two of us. But all this guy said was, this is not a nice color. So I wore another one. He looked at it and he said, this one doesn't look nice on you. So I wore another one. He said, take it off. That one is very expensive. Now I got very concerned. And then I wore another one. And then he said, well, that is too much string and no cloth. I got fed up. I dumped him there and then, that very day. The third trick is called the selfie. You see, in this modern era of smartphones, women do not need to flash their panties anymore. I remember one time my brother had a movie date. So as I sat outside the cinema, this chick pulls out her phone and starts taking selfies. Then she showed my brother the pictures, scrolling. And then my brother was commenting at how weird she looks. And then my brother saw a nude picture. She grabbed her phone immediately and said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. That wasn't intentional. Oh my God." So my brother, out of, being polite, said, "Don't worry, I didn't see anything." The chick's face changed from horror to a frown. "You didn't see anything? Let me show you." She started scrolling again. This time round, she showed him 3 nudes before she took her phone away and said, "Oh my God, this is embarrassing. Sorry, please, you weren't supposed to say that." But I think this time round, my brother had learned from the house girl. So this time, he knew what to do. The most common trick that Kampala girls use to seduce men is by saying that they are virgins, but they've never been kissed before, that jazz. Now, that excites a certain instinct in a man that likes bragging rights. Like how John Speak would say, "I'm the first man that discovered River Nile." Or how Masaba would say, "I'm the first person that climbed Mountain Elgon." So when a woman comes and says she's very innocent, you know what will happen next? People who usually fall for such tricks, they end up being very disappointed because you go there and you find that you're not the first. Now, let me judge you about my worst attempt at seducing a man. There is this boy that I liked. Oh, he was very hot. And I wanted to make a very good first impression. So when he asked me out on a date, I went to my Senga. I asked her, "Senga, I want this man to ask me to marry him on our very first date. What should I do?" Senga said, "Just buy a perfume. Because you see, men love women who smell nice. So if you go to that date smelling like 1,000 roses, that man will marry you there and then." Oh! I went and bought a perfume. A very expensive one at that. Very expensive. I bought it 200K. You can imagine. Now, we went to this very fancy restaurant where you have to even make a reservation. None of those things of just walking in for as if cafe javas. Now, while we were in there, I waited for this man to compliment me. But all he talked about was, "Manya, weather, what is your favorite color? What is your favorite food?" I was concerned. I was like, why isn't he saying anything about my perfume? Hadn't he noticed? I mean, I bought it 200K. Surely he should have noticed by now. So what I did, I excused myself and I went to the bathroom. I sprayed myself and then came back. Still, nothing. I just got a glass of water, sniffed it and said, "This smells really nice." He just looked at me and laughed and said, "Yee, water has no smell. Does water have a smell?" Fanang. Was this guy just slow or was my trick not working? Did I buy a fake perfume or did I need to spray myself some more? What I did, this time around when I went back to the bathroom, I sprayed the whole thing, the entire bottle, 200K. By the time I walked into the restaurant, I was modeling, all feeling sweet. But then people started coughing and I thought COVID was back. I sat down. And this time around, I asked him, "Can you now smell it?" while holding the glass. And he said, "No, I can't smell anything. My nose is dead." Before I could even cry about my 200K, the waiter came running and told me, "Gwenyabo, your perfume is disturbing my clients. Get out." But at this time, every person in the restaurant was holding their noses with a napkin and they were looking at me like I was dog poop. The waiter grabbed me. I think he was a Kanyama. He grabbed me and threw me out of the restaurant and onto the streets. I cried. I was so embarrassed. All I wanted to do, get on a bike, go home and cry in my bed. But whenever a border man approached, they would ride away very fast, covering their nose. Anyway, can you wrap your head around this, Kaboozi? Guys, like, subscribe, share, comment, and tell me if I'm funny or if I need to stop making a fool of myself. Until next time, this is the Headwrap Kaboozi with your girl Mahoro. Bye.